In 2024, I made the biggest and most detailed cosplay of my career so far. Yes, even bigger than the centaur. I made the Resplendent, the immortal daughter of a god, the Night Song, the Dame Aylin from Baldur's Gate 3. And I brought her to Anime Los Angeles so that I could compete on stage with her with a bunch of other master level cosplayers. But before I actually can get to that stage and show you how it went, I actually need to pack all this armor and these giant 5-foot wings into an Uber and get myself down to Long Beach. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to the weather situation. Day one of the convention was a super chill Thursday, checking into the Airbnb, grabbing our badges, and then checking into the masquerade itself. And since I'm an old lady cosplayer, I don't usually cosplay on the first day of a convention anymore. I just take my gay wizard Eda bag to walk around and find friends and do a little bit of scouting of the artist alley. Just checked in for the masquerade at ALA, spent probably $100 on Jason Victor merch in the artist alley. Worth it. And then all of a sudden we got an alert on our phone for emergency evacuation for Los Angeles County. So we're gonna keep an eye on that because the city is on fire right now. Oh yeah, so you might have seen in the news at the beginning of the year that Los Angeles was sort of burning to the ground in multiple places, including 2 fires that were pretty darn close to my home. This is what the sky normally looks like. There's a fire. Apparently it was a false alarm, but it will be really unfunny if later there's a shot of us running violently from a fire. Don't worry, that is not some horrible foreshadowing. We were safe at the convention, and our home was safe as well. But you know, I can't say that for everyone in LA. The Pasadena, Altadena, and Palisades area were not safe. This video might come out several months after the event, but the cleanup in LA is still happening, and people are still dealing with the fallout of those fires, so I have linked some charities below if you want to help out. Please don't take my laughing and joking in these clips about the fire as making light of the tragedy. Sometimes, when really scary, horrible shit is happening in your backyard on like a yearly basis, sometimes all you can do is find some morbid humor in it. Anyways, back to Anime Los Angeles. I found a rare Fire Emblem Pookie in the artist alley on day 1, along with all the J-Vic merch I collected. For me, it's important at any con to have a whole day dedicated to shopping, because the artist alley is my favorite place to be. After dinner and photos with my D&D crew and some more friends, I went back to the Airbnb for sleeping, because I'm not joking about being an old lady cosplayer. I also wasn't joking about spending all my money on J-Vic. Look at my haul! Good night, Soren Fire Emblem. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to get into cosplay. But not my Dame Aylin cosplay. Well, not yet anyways. Good morning, Soren Fire Emblem. Good morning, Shadowgast. Sunny morning on day 2 of Anime Los Angeles. Today's the day I have judging for Dame Aylin, but not until 6 p.m. and it's about 8 a.m. right now. So instead, I'm gonna get dressed into my Queen Alencia cosplay from Fire Emblem. And this is one of those cosplays that's just for me. I think maybe 2 or 3 people might know who she is. She's from a very old GameCube game, and even if I told you to go play it now, if you wanted to buy a copy, it's like $300. It's kind of a rare game.
What the hell, babe? Hello.
Okay, now that my wonderful husband is out of the shot, here is Queen Alencia. She is from the same Fire Emblem game that Soren is from. This cosplay I will not be competing in because, to be honest, it is not well made. But much to my surprise, more than 2 people recognize Queen Alencia. I'm glad I brought her, even if I only wore her for a couple of hours. It was the last chance for Alencia to shine, and I really did get a great photo shoot using the lobby of this Airbnb. Which, it's about time to head back to, because I only have a couple of hours to get changed into my second cosplay of the day. That's right. I'm finally putting Dame Aylin on. Oh. Yeah, I should have a big, nice dent. have about 4 hours until my judging time. I don't really know how long it takes to put on Dame Aylin's makeup. I don't know how long it takes to get into the armor, so I want to give myself as much wiggle room as possible. And then on top of that, I do want maybe just a little bit of time to walk around the promenade so people can point at me and go, oh my god, and I can soak up all the attention from working 10 months on this build.
In the shot, just sitting there.
My husband made me a sandwich. So the masquerade actually isn't until tomorrow, but I'm getting ready a whole day early because I have to go to prejudging. The time you get to spend one-on-one with the judges to explain how you made your costume, show them all the little details, every step of the process, your struggles and your successes, and you're basically talking yourself up, and you gotta try to get it all out and make yourself sound as cool and impressive as possible. And these judges are like masters. They are truly the best of the best in cosplay. They know like a wide range of techniques. Each one has their own expertise to bring to the table when it comes to judging the contestants. And the judges for Anime Los Angeles, who are going to be picking apart my build, are Aikozu, Athel Artistry, and Sarah Spaceman. A little nervous. They're all very excellent cosplayers, but I've got my little script that hopefully I'm going to try to go over while I'm doing my makeup and try to remember how I actually made Dame Aylin. When it comes to competing in a cosplay contest, here are some things that the judges are looking for. Number 1 is clean, high-quality construction. So, no loose threads, hemmed fabrics, lined garments, fill the seams of your armor, a nice clean paint job, how well fitted the garment is. This is probably the biggest slice of pie of points that you can earn in your cosplay. Number 2 is variety and difficulty of techniques used during construction. Did a cosplayer sew and make their prop, and style the wig, and hand paint everything, etc.? Also, how difficult are those techniques? Making a circle skirt is a lot easier than making, for example, a boned corset or a suit jacket. Number 3 is accuracy. Does this look like the character? This is not about what your body looks like. Not your race, not your size, not your age, not your ability, none of that. A good judge will never take that into account. Accuracy means how well did you accurately recreate a fictional character into a real wearable piece. Whether that means the intuitive fabric choices you made or how well the armor fits your body. I just so happen to have very similar bone structure to Dame Aylin, but this has nothing to do with why I picked this character or how well I did in scoring for this cosplay. And this will vary in between contests across the whole globe. For example, Anime Los Angeles takes performance into account. What I do up on that stage is worth half of the possible points that I can earn for this contest. Does the skit make sense? Does it convey the mood of the character? Does the audience understand, even if they've never seen the anime or played your game? Do you have stage presence? Did you remember your lines and block out your movements? It's easy to leave this aspect to the wayside, but it can be just as important when it comes to earning those points. I wanted the exact same scar lines that Dame Aylin has, so I'm using a liquid called Rigid Collodion. This creates a 3D scarring effect when I trace it over the path that I drew with my brown eyeshadow. It takes a couple of coats before it starts to pinch at my skin and then make it look scarred. And then I fill each scar line with gold cream makeup and I look like that cracked kintsugi style scarring that Dame Aylin has. I think it turned out pretty good. It takes another 30 minutes to even get into my cosplay, and then I finally get to show off all of my hard work. Getting into makeup and armor this early was well worth the trouble, because I got exactly what I wanted! Random convention goers pointing at me in awe, photographers and videographers stopping me to get some shots, and importantly, practice walking around, wielding my heavy prop, and getting used to the weight of these wings. I couldn't stand out in the beautiful sunset for too long though. I wanted people to see her on stage at the masquerade, and also, my prejudging was coming up very shortly. About to finish prejudging. I think I have my text memorized, but I'm all dressed. I'm only a little bit nervous. I am farting though. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any clips from the actual judging room. Or that's what I would say, if Sarah Spaceman hadn't been amazing and generous and shared this footage with me.
Is it Dame Aylin?
I walk in, I hand them my build book, and I get right to yapping about my process of crafting. The judges stood up to come and look at my cosplay close up. That's right, the stand 5 feet away and admire me from afar rule does not apply here. They were touching the fabrics and looking at the inside of my armor, asking me questions about materials and process, and the reasoning behind certain crafting choices. The judge, Aylin Artistry, is a textile master who works for NASA and makes spacesuits. They were even wearing their own Baldur's Gate cosplay as Dammon. I'd been judged by iKazu before at Anime Expo. They are a legendary cosplay duo that judged for the World Cosplay Summit. And the final judge was Sarah Spaceman, who you've definitely seen here on YouTube, crafting her own award-winning cosplays, and who I'd also met last year at Holiday Matsuri. Despite the anxiety, I actually felt pretty comfortable in the judging room. It was still a professional atmosphere, and still a little heavy knowing I was being judged and all my hard work was picked apart by these experts. But it also just kind of felt like I got to yap about something I'm proud of. Something I love. With other weirdos who love this too.
Worm! I knew it! Ah!
Afterwards, the anxiety melted out of me, and so did any content creator sense, because I forgot to pick up my camera the entire rest of the day. I ended day 2 of ALA at Calaveras once again with my cosplay buddy Amanda, and then I made sure to go to bed very early because the next day was competition day.
Oh my god, that's so bright.
Today's cosplay contest day. I didn't talk about it yesterday, but I do think the judging went pretty well. I've been practicing my blocking this morning for my skit. I also have a mandatory meeting at 10, and then my tech rehearsals right after that meeting, which is nice, so I get to get that out of the way right in the morning. And I'm probably just gonna hang out and shop until masquerade time. I'm glad she's done. I'm glad I got to show her off a little bit. Now I just have to get her up on stage. Masquerade meeting first thing in the morning to get info dumped about how the contest is going to run. And I got to meet some more of my fellow contestants, which is my personal favorite part of competing. Immediately after the masquerade meeting, I got to go right up on stage and do my tech rehearsal. And thank Yowie Jesus I did, because I had a pretty severe malfunction with my wings when I was practicing my blocking. I purposefully designed these wings so that they could rotate in the back plate so that I could easily walk through doorways. And while I was trying to act and move around all dramatically on stage, this happened. If I lean just a little bit in the wrong direction, one of the wings will rotate all the way to the other side, and I can't get that undone by myself. It is really important to practice your skits wearing your big pieces and carrying your big props in case of emergencies like this. And honestly, huge shout out to ALA Masquerade staff. They had a whole system for performance malfunctions. They showed everyone a hand signal of crossing your arms into an X in case of emergencies, and you could restart your skit. I really don't mention it enough, but this contest has the best staff. They run the tightest ship, and it is by far the best I have been treated by any convention staff for any cosplay contest. I did my best to relax for the rest of the day with that masquerade looming over me, and once again, took a couple of hours to get back into makeup and back into my armor, and before I knew it, I was sitting backstage, wings ready, sword in hand, and waiting for them to call my name.
As well as dozens of prizes donated by our generous sponsors, family-owned business from Illinois, and has been specializing in quality hot milk solutions.
To Baldur's Gate. You've bested the Temple of Shara, fought your way through enemies, and completed trials to reach the Night Song.
Then lay a hand upon my shoulder, and I shall be free. Your past is not yet lost. Your future is not yet fixed. Our Lady of Silver, hear me. Mother of the so-called Night Song, the Night Song is no more. Dame Aylin is watching. She is indomitable. And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken by its beauty. Aylin is free. Resplendent.
I just got off stage and I immediately got into my comfy clothes because I went third. So I've got like a whole hour and a half until awards, which if I do end up winning an award, I have to go back up on stage and put my armor back on. But I don't think I will, so I'm just gonna be comfy while I can. The rest of this masquerade, absolutely freaking stacked with talent. Holy balls. Incredible cosplayers and performers and craftspeople all around. Not to mention, so many of them were affected by the fires that were currently burning in Los Angeles. It was a literal and figurative cloud hanging over all of us all weekend, some fearing for their health or their homes or belongings, and yet they still all buckled down and got up on that stage. And I just have to take a second to acknowledge everyone that blew me away. The standout performance of the entire contest was hands down this Castlevania group, who had an impeccable and hilarious choreographed sequence full of costume changes, fight sequences, evanescence, and Twilight references. The audience and also all of us cosplayers backstage were howling with laughter, and this group did end up winning a performance award. This Monster Hunter duo and I ended up yapping backstage about how detailed and shiny and excellent their builds were, and they won an Ambition Award! Well deserved! Hal and Sophie had such a lovely twist on the original character design and made it their own, and it was just so clean. I also can't help but get choked up every time I hear the merry-go-round of life waltz. And yes, they both also got back up on stage at the end to accept their award. But my favorite, in both craftsmanship and performance, was this duo from the anime Gankutsuo, The Count of Monte Cristo. I remember sitting backstage before the masquerade started and just like staring at them from across the room like a creep, just about how stunning they both looked. Not a single wig hair out of place, just immaculately sewn costumes, oil painted props. And wouldn't you know it, they won the top prize of the night, Best in Show. The best overall craftsmanship and performance. They had the total package. And with that, all of the awards were given out to the many deserved winners. Which means... So I didn't win anything. But I kind of went into this knowing that was pretty likely. So I am disappointed, but not surprised. I know that I'm just not that attentive of a craft person, and yet I still keep doing this, entering contests. It is fun, so I do get to meet a lot of people, and I got so many ribbons. That was delightful. Oh my gosh. It's hard not to be disappointed, even if I'm not surprised, because I knew I wasn't going to, but yeah. Lots of L's in a row for Simrel this year. Oh fuck, it's 2025 now. Oh my god. I think this is the third video on this channel of me competing in a cosplay contest and not placing at all. You'd think that at some point I'd get the hint and give it up. Was my biggest and best cosplay yet also My biggest loss? Yes! Strictly speaking, in terms of cost, Lilia the Centaur is my biggest loss. But, I care a hell of a lot more about Dame Aylin. I know it's weird to say winning isn't the goal, because yeah, like I mentioned, I wanted to win, but that's not the point for me. The point is the experience, getting to meet the other competitors who've put in just as much time and more as me into the craft that we both love, and getting to chat with them at length in person about all of the time and care and money and incredible skills that they've put into their costumes. It's like adding to my little Rolodex of inspiration, because without fail, every time I compete, I meet someone who inspires me. The point is pushing myself to be just a little bit better every time. I take a lot of shortcuts when I craft. I do not put the level of care and attention required to be a master level cosplayer, but I think competing has started to break me of those habits a little bit. Each time I make a new piece with the goal of competing, I do get better. I do make something I'm proud of, regardless of winning or not. By those measures, competing at ALA was a huge success. I loved getting up on that stage and hearing my friends scream at the top of their lungs for me. But anyways, ALA isn't even over yet, so let's go wrap up my favorite convention. I said it in passing before, but ALA is a ribbon con, meaning people make, hand out, and trade custom ribbons, and it's so addictive and delightful. This year, I made a Javik and a Dame Aylin ribbon, and it's one of my favorite parts of this con's culture. I love collecting my silly little ribbons. And since I didn't get back to the Airbnb the night before until well past midnight, the final convention day is not a cosplay day. And it might not sound very late, just past midnight, but like I keep mentioning, I'm an old lady and my bedtime is like 9 p.m. All we did on the last day of ALA is hit up the post-masquerade feedback panel, which is a chance to give feedback to the organizers and get feedback about our cosplay from the judges. I love that ALA hosts this. It's an amazing chance to just keep making the masquerade better and better. Then just one last lap around the artist alley to end my ALA 2025, buying even more Javik merch.
I'm gonna do puppy hungry.
I may have spent unimaginable hours and money and love into a cosplay that didn't win at the masquerade, but I still have a finished cosplay that I'm proud of a character I admire from a game that changed my life. And I got to wear that cosplay to gasps and pointing fingers and looks of awe at my favorite convention, filled with some of my favorite people. So, goodbye for now, ALA. I will definitely see you next year. Anime Los Angeles 2026 is actually coming up very soon. Once again down at the Long Beach Convention Center, this year January 8th to the 11th. But I will not be competing this year. I just did not have the time between debuting a Critical Role cosplay, the Baby No Money Pokemon collab, a really big international trip. There just wasn't anywhere to fit in a competition-worthy cosplay. But I have been cooking up something else for Anime Los Angeles 2026. Because this coming convention, I will be a guest of honor! Guesting for the first time at my favorite anime convention! Woo! Can you tell I'm excited? As a guest, I will be hosting 3 panels, one about making money as a cosplayer, one is going to be an armor crafting workshop, and the third is actually going to be about competing in a cosplay contest, but it will have a little bit more in-depth info. I'll be bringing my build books and sharing my secrets as a 3-time loser. I am very, very hyped. It is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to meet some of you and hand out ribbons. I don't know, I might be biased or something, but maybe you should go to Anime Los Angeles. That is all for now. I do have more videos coming. I have another one about Dame Aylin and what it's like to be at a cosplay photo shoot in public. I have a crafting video about tyranny, about Dragonite, about making Sophie to go cosplay in Japan. I think you're going to really like these adventures, so please subscribe. This is the part of the video where I beg for your interactions. I already took an L on that contest, so please don't let me take an L on this video too. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Or am I? Please like this video and comment and also subscribe and send it to people. I'm not joking anymore. Please, please.